Hello students, I'm back with a new video. This video is all about motional EMF in rotating coils. In this class, we are going to discuss some numericals based on motional EMF in rotating coils. So we already studied one similar topic, that is induced EMF in rotating coils, right? So there also we studied some numerical problems, that is induced EMF. Induced EMF and motional EMF both are separate terms. For example, we know about self-induction and mutual induction. So in this process, we have some EMF that is not motional EMF. Motional EMF is the one which is derived from movement of the rod in magnetic field, right? So motional EMF means the motion of the rod in magnetic field gives some EMF. That EMF is known as motional EMF. Okay, so here we have a situation in a cross magnetic field. We have one rod which is located at x-axis and that rod moving in y-axis. The direction of magnetic field which is coming outside from the paper, that is in z-axis. So here we have some EMF, right? Some motional EMF. As we know, when EMF produced in a rod, then it behaves as a battery, right? So in one class we solved some numericals and we decide which place of the rod is positive terminal and which place the rod is negative terminal, right? So which means the rod behave as a battery. Why? Because battery only provides EMF, battery only provides voltage, right? So when the rod moves in magnetic field, an EMF induced in that rod, which means the rod behave as a battery. Okay, so that rod has one positive terminal and one negative terminal, right? So in this situation, our magnetic field and velocity of the rod, which means motion of the rod, and length vector, okay, all the three are mutually perpendicular with each other, right? Mutually perpendicular with each other. Okay, so which place of the rod behave as positive terminal, which end of the rod behaves negative terminal? This rod have two ends. Okay, so this left and right end. So which place is positive and which one is negative? How to find it? By using right hand thumb rule. By find the direction of V cross B, we can able to find the direction of positive terminal. So where our V cross B located, at that place our positive terminal is situated in the rod. Okay, so here how to use right hand thumb rule? Four fingers in the direction of V, okay, and curl those four fingers in the direction of magnetic field. Magnetic field is cross magnetic field, so curl my four fingers inside, okay, and my thumb finger shows the direction of V cross B. Clear? So four fingers in the direction of V. V is going upwards, so my four finger in upwards. Curl those four finger in the direction of magnetic field. So I curl my four fingers inside because my magnetic field is inside, and thumb finger shows the direction of V cross B. Clear? So my V cross B situated at left side of the rod, which means in this rod left side is behave as positive terminal and another one is negative terminal. Okay, so this is positive and this is negative, so current starts from here. Clear? And EMF induced from here, because of that we get EMF induced current. Okay, induced current flows from positive terminal to negative terminal. Correct? Then what is the formula for EMF here? We know the formula for motional EMF, that is EMF equal to BLV. Correct? Actually change this title. Here we only speak about rods, not coil. So motional EMF in rotating rods. Now consider another situation. In this cross magnetic field, we have a rod and center of the rod is fixed. With that fixed center, the rod is rotating. Okay, so this is fixed and the rod is rotating like this. Okay, can you visualize this? The rod is rotating. So rod rotated with an angular velocity omega. So when there is linear displacement, then we use the word velocity simply. If it is rotating, then we use the word angular velocity. So rod is rotating angular velocity omega. Okay. So in this rod, consider a small area dx. Center point O to this small distance dx, we take a distance x. This total length of the rod taken as L. Okay, so this is x, L and small portion dx. This is center point O. So the rod rotating with this fixed center O in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so when this rod starts to rotate like this, the small portion dx have velocity in upwards, right? So when it rotates anti-clockwise direction, the portion dx will move upwards. Then it starts to rotate like this. Okay, so this rod, or means this small portion, move upwards with velocity v, and we know another formula for v when the rod is rotating, that is v equal to r omega. Okay, so this is the relation between linear velocity and angular velocity, v equal to r omega. Clear? So if this distance is x, then we take v equal to x omega. Here r means distance, from center to that point, particular point distance. So that distance is taken as x here. So we simply take instead of r, x. Okay. So I draw this dx, I zoom it and I draw it here. So this is our dx, which moves upwards with velocity v and which is also equal to x omega. This rod located in cross magnetic field. Okay, so its length is dx, the length of the small portion. Clear? So small length element, or we can say EMF of this small element, motional EMF of this small element. So I write it here, motional EMF of this small element dx will be equal to dE equal to BLV. So this is not EMF of this whole length of the rod, but this is the EMF of this small portion dx. So we take it as dE. Okay. So further I can write dE equal to, we know the value of v is equal to x omega. So instead of v, I substitute the value x into omega, angular velocity. So how to find EMF of this whole rod? We usually do integration to find the value of EMF of this whole rod. So do the integration of dE equal to integration of BLX omega. Okay. Here what is L actually? L means the length of the rod. So length of the rod we taken as dx, the small portion. So I can further write dE equal to integration of b omega x dx. Right? So if I integrate d omega, I mean d EMF, then I get EMF. E equal to, so here what is constant? Magnetic field constant, and the rod is also rotating with constant angular velocity omega. So I take these two terms outside the integration, b omega integration of x dx. So what is the general form of integration? If we integrate x power n, if we integrate this term, then we get form will be x power n equal to x power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. So this is general form of integration. Similarly, do the same integration here. Here x power 1 is there. So we can write it as b omega n plus 1. So 1 plus 1 means x square, right? Then divided by n plus 1, 1 plus 1, which means 2. So what is the limit of integration? Here our purpose is we have to find EMF of this whole length of rod. So length of the rod is our limit. So length start from 0 to L, right? So I can put 0 to L. So here also 0 to L. Then instead of x, substitute the value of upper limit, and then instead of x, substitute the value of lower limit. B omega L square by 2 minus 0 square by 2. So this whole term becomes 0. Then we have b omega L square by 2. So this is the EMF of the rod when it rotates about fixed center. Very, very important equation. Okay. This is our first problem. This is given a rod rotating anti-clockwise direction about a fixed center inside the magnetic field. We take this point as O and the center point of the rod taken as B. Another end is taken as A. So when the rod rotates, it produces EMF. Hence, it is considered as battery. So a rod is considered as battery. Right? It have positive terminal, negative terminal. And the length of the rod is taken as L. So the question is, we have to find VA minus VB. As I said already, it have potential. So one is positive terminal, another one is negative terminal. So we can able to find VA minus VB. Okay, or we can able to find VO minus VB or VO minus VA, whatever. Okay, so we have to find VA minus VB, these two value. So this total distance is L, then O to B distance will be L by 2 and B to A distance will be L by 2. Correct? So what is the direction of positive terminal in this rod? So simply use right hand rule for B to A only. Here I draw B to A. So this end is B, another end is A. I only draw this portion, this small portion, B to A. So total length of B to A is L by 2. Okay. When the rod rotates in anti-clockwise direction, then this whole setup move upwards with velocity v. Correct? So then which is positive terminal? By using right hand thumb rule, my 4 fingers in the direction of velocity, then I curl my fingers in the direction of magnetic field, my thumb finger shows the direction of V cross B. So V cross B direction is left side. So left side of the terminal taken as positive. Okay. So this is the direction of V cross B and left side of the terminal taken as positive. So this is positive terminal and this is a negative terminal. Clear? For this whole rod, I get the same scenario, right? So I can say this is positive terminal and this is negative terminal. So here I have higher potential, for example 10 volt. Here I have 0 volt, right? That is potential difference. So 10 volt means if I increase the distance, I mean if I go towards the negative terminal, then my potential value will increase. Correct? So I can say potential at here will be higher, and if I increase the distance, potential value will decrease. Sorry. So if I increase to right side, if I move to right side, my potential value will decrease. So here I have 10 voltage, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 0. Okay. At this position I have 0. Correct? So this is 0. I mean this is 10 voltage. This will be 5 voltage. Then it will reduce 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Right? So I can say from this, my potential at point O will be higher than potential at point B, and potential at point B is higher than potential at point A. correct? I can come to this observation. So first I will find VO minus VA. So how to find VO minus VA for this whole length of the rod? VO minus VA. What's the formula? We found already. When a rod rotates in magnetic field, we have this equation B omega square L square, B omega L square by 2. Correct? So I take this as equation 1. Then we find the VO minus VB. VO minus VB. So VO minus VB. The actual question is VB minus VA. Kindly change it. We have to find VB minus VA. Okay. So comes to the point VO minus VB. Again we get the same formula, right? VO minus VB. But the distance is L by 2. So instead of L, I substitute the value of L by 2. Then I get B omega L by 2 square divided by 2. Correct? So this will be B omega L square divided by, here I have 2 square. 2 square is 4 and 4 into 2, 8. So this is my VO minus VB. From this two equation, we have to find the value of VB minus VA. So how to find? Simply I neglect equation 2 with equation 1. Actually here we have to find VB minus VA. So I neglect equation 2 from equation 1. So 1 minus 2. If we put 1 minus 2, then equation 1 is VO minus VA. Equation 2 is minus VO minus VB. So if you multiple minus with this equation, then I have minus VO. And then minus into minus plus VB. Correct? So VO get cancelled. Then I left with VB minus VA equal to second equation minus first equation. B omega L square divided by 8 minus B omega L square divided by 2. So if I simplify this, then I get this value. I take LCM, then I get this value 3 by 8 B omega L square. So this is our final value. Okay, we can use another method to find this value. I write it here. Another method, that is, here we have to find VB minus VA, right? So what is the length here? At VB we have L by 2, correct? By using this diagram, at VB here it starts with L by 2 and it ends with total length. Okay, from half it starts with L by 2 and it ends with total L. Clear? So if I substitute the value in this equation, I write it here. For this diagram, I write it here. EMF equal to B omega x square by 2 and my limit is from L by 2 to L. Here I take full length of the rod 0 to initial point, final point L. But here I take only midpoint to final point. Midpoint is L by 2, final point is L. So I can take L by 2 to L. I got the same answer. B omega, if I put L square by 2 minus B omega L square by 8. So I got the same value here. Right, I got the same value. Then if I solve this, then I will get VB minus VA 3 by 8 B omega L square. Okay. Next question. We have a rod in magnetic field. Okay, this end is A, another end is B, and this rod rotate about fixed end O. Okay, so it will rotate in clockwise direction. While it starts to rotate, if you watch closely, O to B will come downwards, right? When it starts to rotate like this. So this is fixed end. When it starts to rotate, this O to B comes down. And A to O goes upwards, right? A to O goes upwards. So center point will be fixed. correct? So we can say O to B come downwards with some velocity and A to O goes upwards with velocity, correct? Here we have to find VA minus VB. Okay, so I take O to B first. So O to B, it moves with downwards velocity and length is L. So what will be the direction of, what is the, where is the positive terminal? By using right hand rule, 4 fingers in the direction of velocity. Okay, when I coil my fingers V cross B, then my thumb finger shows right side. You try it yourself, you will find. Okay, so V cross B direction will be right side. So I can say this is my positive terminal and this is negative terminal, right? So right side will be positive, left side will be negative. So from higher potential to lower potential, I have the positive value as VB minus VO equal to, what is the formula? B omega L square divided by 2. So length is here given as L. So we take simply as L square. This is my equation 1. Then for another part A to O, so this part goes upwards with velocity V and length is L. Here what is the direction? V cross B. So my direction will be left side. So V cross B will be left side of the rod. So this is positive terminal, this is negative terminal. I can write positive terminal, negative terminal. So VA higher potential, VO lower potential. So we can write higher potential minus lower potential. We get positive value, that is B omega L square by 2. Correct? So our purpose is we have to find the value of VA minus VB. Okay, so my equation 2 minus equation 1, then I get VA minus VB and the value will become 0, right? Same value. Both equation 1 and 2 have same value. So our value will become 0. So when the rod rotate with center fixed end and divided into 2 parts, then our EMF, potential difference will be equal to 0. So here I have some potential, here I have same potential, and the difference between these two is 0, right? So when the rod rotate with fixed center, then the value will become 0. Consider the situation. We have a center, we have a rod AB in cross magnetic field. Okay, so we have another rod PQ. Okay, so what will be the EMF? We take the equal distance. For example, here I take equal distance R. Then what will be the EMF? I take this point O. So O to Q, I have B omega R square by 2. Correct? O to P, same distance, another half distance, B omega R square by 2. So I can write this as all the potential difference, which means VP will be equal to VQ, right? Then VA equal to VB. So if I put VP minus VQ will be 0, VA minus will be equal to 0, and also VP equal to VA, correct? And VQ equal to VB. So if I add another rod, I take this is C, D, R, S. So all the value will be equal to 0. It forms a circle, right? It forms a circle. So potential at this point will be equal to potential at this point, and potential at this point will be equal to potential at this point. So if I join all these points, then I get a circle, which means in a circular disk it rotates with fixed center. Then my potential at all the point will be 0, right? So A, B, P, Q, R, S, C, D, the potential at all the points will be 0. What is my value? B omega R square by 2. Okay, so all the potential will be B omega R square by 2. So potential difference will be equal to 0. Okay, when it rotates with angular velocity omega about fixed center O. Clear? Because for center point I got the same equation, that is VOD. So our VOD will be B omega R square divided by 2. Here I take distance as R. If I take VOB, so similarly I got the same equation, B omega R square by 2, because the radius again will be R. Okay, so if I take any point, my radius won't change, which means our potential won't change. So difference between these 2 points will be 0, or difference between this point or any 2 points will be 0. Correct? Try this problem yourself, very easy problem. So here we have L-shaped rod, okay, which rotate about fixed center O. So it rotate in anti-clockwise direction with angular velocity omega, and this side is 4 meter, another side is 3 meter. So we have to find the VO minus VA. Find the value VO minus VA. Yes, what is the formula? B omega L square divided by 2, right? What is L here? For O2A, our L will be 4 meter. So I get B omega 16, right? 4 square 16 divided by 2. Then I will get 8B omega. So this is my VO minus VA. Correct? Then next one, VO minus VB. Yeah, try yourself. Pause the video. Try yourself. What will be VO minus VB? How to find the distance? So always remember, L in the formula is displacement length. Okay, vector length, which we already studied in force due to current carrying conductor. Right? What's the formula? F equal to BI cross L. Correct? So F equal to BIL. In that, L means vector length or displacement length. So we have to find the distance between point O and B. That distance we got somewhat like this, right? So how to find this distance? In a right angle triangle, side square equal to hypotenuse square. So by using that Pythagoras theorem, this distance will be 5 meter. Okay, you try to find yourself. You know about Pythagoras theorem, right? So a square plus b square equal to c square, and find the value of c by taking root of a square plus b square. Correct? So here we have 9 a square, here we have 16. So 9 plus 16, 25. Root of 25 will become 5 meter. So here length is 5 meter. I can write b omega 5 square is 25 divided by 2. So this is our answer. Correct? Then VA minus VB. So how to find VA minus VB? Here we have VA minus VB. Pause the video, find the answer. B omega L is 3 meter, 9 by 2. Right? Kindly note down this question. Pause the video. Note down this question neatly. We will solve the answer. Okay. Example 6.6. Write the given data here. A material of 1 meter length. So length given as 1 meter is rotated with frequency 50 revolution per second. Here given value is frequency. Okay, so the symbol of frequency is F, which is given as 50 revolution per second. Fixed at center at one end, other end is connected with uniform, circumference of circular metallic ring of radius 1 meter. So here radius value given as 1 meter. Okay, so like here, so it's rotating a circumference of the metallic ring with radius r. Okay, then about an axis pass through the center paper center, okay, perpendicular to the plane of the ring, which means the axis, okay, passing like center. Yeah, you consider like this. So this is the center axis. Okay, this is the center axis and rotating like this. With this center, it starts to rotate. Okay, so we have to find magnetic field value also given, B equal to 1 Tesla. Okay, so find the EMF between center and the metallic ring. So just like here, EMF between center and the metallic ring. Okay, distance is r. Yeah, what's the formula? You can do it yourself. If you see this, if you write this formula, it will cover half page of your note, right? But if you do the solution, if you try to solve this formula, then it will become only 2 steps. So within 2 steps, you can able to solve this question, right? So solving numericals are very much important. Why I am saying this? When you try to solve one by one numericals, your confidence level will increase. So you have that thought that I can do the physics. I can do any numericals easily. I can score well in physics. So solving numericals is very much important to increase your confidence. Right? So solve this formula, write the formula EMF equal to B omega R square or L square whatever by 2. So when a straight conductor rotating in a magnetic field, this is the formula. Okay, write the value of B 1 Tesla and omega here given is frequency. Is there any relation between frequency and omega? Yes, which we already studied in moving charges and magnetism. Remember the formula we studied, time period, radius, right? Radius equal to mv by bq. What's the formula for time period? Time period equal to 2 pi m by bq. In that series, we solve one formula, that is angular frequency equal to 2 pi f, and from this formula we take the value of frequency, angular frequency equal to 2 pi by omega. So this is the relation between angular velocity and angular frequency. Correct? So angular frequency will be 2 pi by omega and angular velocity will be 2 pi f. So angular velocity will be 2 pi f. What's the value of f? F is given as 50 revolution per second. So 50. Instead of omega, I can substitute this value 2 pi into 50. Then value of r will be 1 square divided by 2. So find the value and the unit is voltage. Okay. Note down this question, student. This is exercise 6.5 from your NCERT book. Okay. So note down this question and then we will solve the answer. Next problem very similar to the example problem. Okay, in exercise 6.5 in an NCERT book, a 1 meter long metallic rod. So write the given data. Length is 1 meter. Is rotated with an angular frequency of 400 radian per second. Angular frequency omega, F, given as 400 radian per second. Okay, which means revolution per second. We know the unit is radian. Okay, unit of theta is radian. Then normal to the rod through its one end, the other end of the rod is contact with the circular metallic ring. A constant and uniform magnetic field of 0.5 Tesla. The value of B given 0.5 Tesla. Okay, then parallel to the axis exist everywhere. Calculate the EMF developed between the center and the ring. Same formula, same method So write the formula. EMF equal to B omega R square divided by 2. Okay, use the relation between angular velocity and angular frequency. Okay, so substitute all the value in this formula and you will get the answer. So solve these two numericals and post it in group. Okay, very simple numerical. These kinds of numerical will ask in 2 marks. Right? This is all about today's class. In next class we will solve some more numericals, and after that I think from Monday onwards, if possible, we will move to next chapter, AC current. Okay, thank you.